Hi guys, I'm Becca and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my 2018 reading wrap up basically, where I'm going to be talking about my reading year in 2018, some of my favorite books, and then looking forward into 2019. So 2018 was pretty much my worst reading year that I've ever had. And from the sounds of it, I'm not alone in that. So at least, I'm not the only one who really struggled. I only read a total of 26 books, which is really not that bad, but it's the lowest number that I've ever read. And to be honest, I just did not make reading a priority at all this year. I was really throwing myself into my work and very stressed out the majority of the year. And I did not read as much as I wanted to. I didn't upload and put my channel at the priority that I really wanted to, and that is the number one thing that I want to change in 2019. So basically in 2018 I just spent the majority of the year being very disappointed in myself for my reading and just not proud of the content that I was putting out. But 2019 is going to be better. It's going to be better. I can already feel it. I'm feeling extremely motivated with my channel and my reading. And that is why I set my Goodreads goal at 100 books. I probably won't make it. I probably will not make it there. But I feel like last year was my year of taking a step back. And I really prided myself in setting my Goodreads goal at one book. Look how much I don't care about reading. But I do care. I care so much about reading. It's such a big part of my life, and I want to make it more of a priority in 2019 and really push myself to read more books. In the past, I've made separate videos with my reading goals and channel goals and my favorite books of the year and my most disappointing books of the year, but I really want to try to wrap everything into one video from here on out. I feel like that will be a much more condensed way to do things, and it will leave more freedom for me to upload different content throughout the month of January that I'll be a lot more proud of. So I'm definitely ripping this off of Ariel Bissett because she is everything, and I will leave her 2018 wrap up down below in the description if you want to check that out. But she had a really unique thing where she talked about her prettiest book of the year, and I'm totally taking that. So my prettiest book of 2018 is going to have to be Wish Tree by Katherine Applegate. But I chose this as my prettiest book because not only is the cover absolutely stunning, front and back, but this book is just pretty inside and out. There's really beautiful illustrations throughout the book. Let me see if I can find my favorite one. I know that I've shown it before. This is one of my favorite illustrations throughout the book. And it's just a really lovely middle grade that ended up surprising me a lot. I loved this book so much. It really is just a stunning book, inside and out, hands down. You know what? I just changed my mind. I was about to start talking about my favorite author of the year, and I stopped because I literally just changed my mind. My favorite author of the year is going to be Julie Murphy, and her book, specifically Ramona Blue, because that's the only book of hers that I read. And the reason that I chose Julie Murphy, I was really torn. I was going to originally choose Sean David Hutchinson with We Are the Ants, but I changed my mind at the last second purely because reading Ramona Blue and reading Julie Murphy's writing made me want to go out and buy everything else that she has written. While I loved Sean David Hutchinson and I love We Are the Ants, and it's one of my favorite books that I read this year, his writing didn't make me want to do that. So Julie Murphy just had such a way with words that resonated with me like no other book that I read this year, and I cannot wait to fill 2019 with all of her other books. So now my favorite books of the year, besides of course Wish Tree and Ramona Blue, I have a couple more that really hit home with me and I loved a lot, so I want to spotlight those for you guys real quick. Of course, I could not make this video without talking about We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. Like I said, he was a close runner-up for my favorite author of the year, because this book just really hit me. This is one of those books that I read at a time where I needed it the most, but I didn't know how much I needed it until I actually read it. And those always end up being the best books in my opinion. In this book we follow a teenage boy named Henry Denton who is getting abducted by aliens, and the aliens have given him a button with a choice of whether or not to save the earth from an impending apocalypse. But Henry's just not sure that humanity deserves a second chance. This book is so moving. It tackles a lot of hard-hitting questions, especially the question of, is humanity worth saving? Which I think is one of the deepest questions that we can ask. And the really unique thing that I always say about We Are the Ants is that we don't just get Henry's take on the matter, but he also asks the different people that are close to him in his life the same question. Is humanity worth saving? So we get to see input from different people in his life who are all dealing with their own struggles and have their own unique ways of answering this question, which I think was incredible. I love this book with like every ounce of my soul, and this is going to be one book that I definitely recommend for everyone to read. Basically, We Are the Ants was everything that and my last favorite book of the year was Dress Code for Small Towns by Courtney Stevens. This book was so freaking good. I feel like my favorite books really had a theme this year, and it was small towns. So I don't know, maybe that says more about me than anything, even though I don't live in a small town, but I wish that I did. And I just love books that take place in these like small towns where the characters seem so much bigger than the town, and Dress Codes for Small Towns is definitely one of those books. We get the story of a girl who is trying to figure out where she fits in this small town and her family and her friends, and she just doesn't conform to what society expects of her. The friend group in this book was so amazing. I loved it so much. I wanted to be part of the Hexagon so badly. Everyone just seemed really down to earth. The writing was extremely believable, and Courtney Stevens is another author where as soon as I saw anything written by her, I immediately picked it up because of Dress Code for Small Towns and how it drew me into the story. I just cannot wait to read more books by this author. So those are some of my favorite books that I read this year, and now I want to talk about goals that I have for this channel, some changes that you might notice as the year goes on, and the biggest change that I'm making is I'm changing my channel name. I've been going back and forth on this for a really long time, and I had it narrowed down to a couple different ideas, but I officially decided on changing it to Becca with a Book, and I'm really excited about that. I think that it sounds super adorable and a little bit more elevated than Bookworm Becca, which I loved, of course, but I think that Becca with a Book suits me a little bit more and suits this channel a little bit more, and I'm really excited about that change. So I've already changed my Instagram and Twitter handles. I'm going to be a lot more active on Twitter this year, so please go follow me. All of my information is going to be linked down below. I want to interact more with people on Twitter, and I want to interact more with people on YouTube. Not only on my own videos, but like watching other creators' videos and commenting, and trying to build friendships between more people in this community, because I feel like I shut myself out a lot, and that's a me thing, definitely, but I want to stop because this community is full of so many wonderful people, and I really want to take the chance to get to know them a little bit more through their content and hopefully forge some more friendships this year. Another goal of mine is going to be making a consistent upload schedule, but more than that, like creating a framework for my channel with the content that I'm uploading, and really thinking about what I'm uploading, trying to come up with more series and things that people will know my channel for, because I know that I get really bitter about my sub count and not being able to grow my channel, but I had a realization, like, how am I ever going to grow my channel if I'm just really making filler content? Like, if my channel isn't known for anything, no one's really going to stick around. I want to make a conscious effort to plan out the content that I'm putting out each month and hopefully put out some really cool things for you guys. I have a couple of series in the works that I'm thinking about and a couple of other projects that I'm working on, and I'm really excited to share with you guys as well. So I'm hoping to make 2019 like the best year yet. I want to make reading a habit and read more books. I want to make more book reviews because I feel like that's a really important part of reading, and especially on Goodreads. Like, I want to make better reviews on my Goodreads page and then translate that over to YouTube and make more book reviews for the books that I'm reading, because sharing my opinion for these books is really the reason that I started my YouTube channel, and I want to get back to that a lot. Yeah, so I just am really excited to reframe the channel into something that I'm more proud of. I'm really excited to share my love of books with you guys and to continue on this journey. That's really all I got. So make sure to let me know what things you are looking forward to in 2019 down below in the comments, and any goals that you have for your reading, share those with me as well. Maybe we can like hold each other accountable, but most of all I think that we should just get excited about the new year, excited about reading, and excited about books. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.